So this is a summary video of everything. You see about 12 or 15 videos right now, and there may be more. So some people say, well, what if you lost your mind going out here and making videos of all your problems and put them on the internet? Well, the fact is, let's look at what's going on in my life right now. As of the 1st of January here in 2016, I'm living in a hotel for the second time in a year. I did this last Christmas because of what the crooks, including the county government of Stafford, by not maintaining health conditions in apartments in Stafford County, Virginia. Deputy Merville and the Sheriff's Department for interfering in a bona fide contract and facilitating the commission of fraud. The Ultras, which used to be Aventine, which was also Venator Apartments, courthouse apartments in Stafford, right there near the courthouse. Those crooks over there who reneged on a bona fide contract. Bob Harris, who lied, and I have the documents as I show. Charles Foley, who, why does he even have a bar license? I mean, are you serious? Because of their evil, my wife and I live in a hotel, and they totally destroyed our credit. And then when you look at the other things, I mean, ask yourself, people, I went down to Charlottesville on a bona fide contract, and I end up working with an F-tard, and the F-tard gets promoted and I get fired. And that's where things start. And I go to Norfolk Southern and I end up working with people who want to talk about sodomy, prostitution, how to make a wife into a lesbian. And I'm driving from Charlottesville, Virginia at the time, all the way out to Roanoke, 4 hours round trip. And doing twice as much work as the others. I work at the IMF. I'm doing the work of 3 people, and I get cornered by 4 black guys in a room trying to tell me that I'm making them do my job, and I get cornered by Ray Sarah, who threatens me and my family, who has no authority, is just a mere co-worker. I get cussed out by Ben Bernstein, the project manager. Where the F are you? You know, when Daniel Poole is over here holding a meeting telling everybody not to look at a woman's rear end while working at the IMF. And then I get cussed out by Daniel Poole. Yeah, that's really good. And cheated by, I get pushed off the contract by Randstad because I complain and want more pay for what I do after all that work I did. I get pushed out of my chair by Patty Monget's friend to come in and sit in my chair, and she doesn't know what she's doing. That's brilliant. I go to the Smithsonian, and I end up working with people who say they want to have sex with a 17-year-old, or people who, like Randy Bender, who doesn't know that what softwares go on Windows operating systems, cannot maintain images, has no clue what's going on underneath her. Total incompetence. And then you got Vince Stroman over there, who doesn't do anything, just sits around and laughs at his desk all day. And his co-workers at Smithsonian, in one ear and out the other, is how they describe him. Doesn't show up to meetings on time. Randy Bender won't discipline him. And you have people who don't maintain scripts so that softwares can be installed. So you have people make threats there. The guy with the mustache and the glasses, I can't think of your name at the moment, but I got it written down somewhere. We've got Sylvia Knight, who doesn't maintain images. You've got people in the different museums who have anger management problems, particularly at Natural History, with the former guard over there who has insomnia, which is not my concern, and wants to blame everybody for everything that's wrong, but not do any work. You just want to use people. So as soon as Steve left and retired, then I inherited all the work, and so you put it on me. And so that Smithsonian job and the IMF job, I commuted from Charlottesville, Virginia. 6 hours on the IMF job, round trip each day, 7 hours each day. And I started off as a tech on the Smithsonian job, commuting 7 hours a day from July until September of 2014. And I get promoted. And yet I get assaulted and get fired, and the unemployment people refuse to pay me money, claiming that I violated employee handbook by going to the Inspector General. And I have the banks who call me, Just unrelenting. Hundreds of calls. I've got it in documentation from my cell phone provider. I go to get my car fixed. I go get my oil changed at Walmart, and they, just out of blue, they decided to put 6 quarts in and destroy my car. Hundreds and hundreds of dollars they refused to pay for damage to the car. I go to Eddie's around here in Stafford. I go for an inspection. I come back, now my brakes don't work. How did I pass inspection when you damaged my brakes and then you want to tow my car and charge me more to fix it again? Good job. You people at the state terrorized me with your tax refund for 4 years. You people at U.Va committed grant fraud with Pfizer. You committed grant fraud with NIH. You committed contract fraud. You harassed my wife to the point her hair fell out. You impersonated a lawyer. And people from UVA all the way over here to Stafford County with Bill Howell are all covering it up. You're all just a bunch of crooks that ought to be in jail. And you think I'm just going to stand by and take all this crap. I'm going to keep on making videos. So, you know, I get out of bed and expect to just go to work and you know, give a little extra and to be paid properly and to be left alone. But things don't work in this country that way. People do terrible things and they walk away and say it's not my fault. Or they retaliate. And you look at the situation, for example, when I worked at USDA. Who gives the right to Tanika Harris to call my employer and try to get me fired after I had been threatened with EEO complaints that were totally baseless from some racist over there? None of you take any responsibility for that. Well, that's not going to fly. I'm going to stay after you until you reconcile this. I mean, I came to work and none of you showed up to work there at the USDA certain days. You just left me. You used me, you put me out there so you could screw me. Make me do all your work because you were so unethical. It's not merely government employee laziness. You're just crooked. All of you. You're all crooked at the GIPSA section at USDA. Dan Knight, Ed Chi, Tanika Harris, Abay Singh, Larry Mitchell. You're all crooks. You knew in writing, and Kevin Smith, let's not forget, the crooked EOC, pure racism. You're really a joke, Kevin, you know that? You're pathetic. I mean, you come in there and you're supposed to be the guardian of racial relations, and you're the one who's making things worse, and everybody knows across the country. That's the fascinating thing, that people from other parts of the GIPSA around the country know about you, about what you've done to them. You're really unbelievable. You put yourself in a position so you can enforce racial discrimination on your behalf. Man, you are really something. That's okay. Your legal problems are coming. You'll see. I'll have your job one way or another before this is all out, and the rest of you too, particularly you, Dan Knight. You think you can call me in and chew me out, just like Bill Sloan down there did out at Norfolk Southern, chewing me out because somebody else is over here doing something wrong. You blame me for it? Yeah. Keep trying. Not going anywhere. You all have destroyed my credit. You have destroyed my ability to get clearances. You've destroyed my ability to get any kind of job, to buy a home, to buy a car, to get a credit card. You people have destroyed my ability to pay my bills. You've destroyed my reputation. You've destroyed my ability to rent an apartment or rent a house. You really have completely gotten me down into one of these little boxes about yay big. Well, I'm coming out fighting on this one. And you all are all going to pay, starting all the way back with Precision IT and all the way out to where I am right now. All of you are going to make amends for every last bit of this. I'm not going to sit by and take this crap. I didn't bargain for this. I gave you all good work, honest dealings, and you cheated me or lied or screwed me, and you screwed my wife. And by the way, Mark Bowman, you nearly caused a heart attack by you impersonating a lawyer. So I got a special place for you. And you also, Guy Wassestug, you're a liar. Good golly, you're the worst liar I've met in a long time. You're going to pay also for this abdominal pain I had that started that Thanksgiving right there where you came and attacked me with that little we lecture after your stupid employees are slouching around and I'm doing their job and mine, and you call me lazy? You call me, you say, oh, what do you call it, I'm inefficient? It's mighty funny to me that you don't touch people who are from Maryland or from New York or Pennsylvania because you can't stand Virginia. That's why your face was so red when you laughed at me when I mentioned it. It caught you red-handed on that one. And secondarily, isn't it fascinating how you let Ben Bernstein off the hook for screwing up the project and then taking a two-week vacation in London, but you give him a free pass and let him stay with the organization, but you assault me because I say that it's too much to update 32 spreadsheets per day when it's not my job. It was Vince Stroman's job, and it's in the statement of work. You're a crook. And it's very funny that you go down to your Jewish temple supposedly taking off holidays for Jewish religious rituals and stuff, pretending to be a conservative Jew, and you and Ben Bernstein stick together and keep working, but I lose my job? Yeah. That's why I always wondered why it is that the Jewish name showed up in the Magna Carta. But you know, just you two alone, or no, I'm not even going to say you two, but you, Guy, are the one that, you're the reason why people would have a bad impression of the Jewish nation. You really think you can fool God? You're an idiot. What a joke. You come out and assail me. Put your hands on my chest and push me like that. You can't push Randy. What a crook. You people are pathetic, you know that? All of you, front to back. And these videos are going to be amended and updated. I'm going to keep on coming. And for all of you people who want to stand back and say, just take it, or ha ha, bring it on. Because I know you're coming. And I got answers for you too. So, as I've said before, I got a site set up. It's GoFundMe / Fired Without Cause. I need help, legal help. I also need medical help. And for those of you who can help me, as I've said in other videos, I thank you ahead of time. And for those of you who understand what I'm trying to say, that a good work ethic does matter. And trying to do decent things for people does matter in this country. It doesn't matter what these other crooks coming across the border, and everybody wants to say, you know, we can take over your country and do Sharia law. Yeah, keep talking. Go ahead, keep talking. Yeah, you think that we're the little crybabies, the little pansies over there in the UK or the Swedes or the Germans. We're not. That's why we are America. That's what makes us different from all the Europeans. Sure, we came from there, but the people who came from there left behind the cowardice of Europe, the failures, the laziness, the socialism, the hierarchical crap, this arrogance that I'm entitled and all that stuff. No, this is the land of the home right here, land of the free, and you're way underestimating who we really are. Hopefully soon, you know, people will wake up. But anyway, going back to my point here, the video is going to keep coming for all of you until you settle with me, and I'm going to ride your can for how long it takes. And if you think I'm playing around, I happened to read that little story about the guy who created the intermittent wipers and how many years he went through things to get stuff straightened out. How long you want to take? Make a crap to me. Bring it. We'll go as long as you want. We can settle this, and I can take down your specific video, the ones that I make against you, and I'll take them down, or we can keep going. But if you think I'm going to stop, you barking way up the wrong tree, because I'm going to get worse, a lot worse, and you all going to settle with me, every last one of you. So that's my summary, and I will say one thing. There is a second video where there's no speech in there regarding courthouse apartments. That is the illegals going in there to do repairs for the hole that they left in there from March of 2014 until July. Rain and sun out of Maryland knocked that hole in the wall, and when they finally came in to fix it, they brought in people who don't speak any English, and you can see in the video they're taping it. They didn't put sheetrock back in, they just taped it across and painted it and walked away. So you know, you think you can pull that move with me and then renege on a contract and then make me live in a hotel that's costing me about $1,800 a month? Ha ha. Yeah, guess where I'm going to hit you when I get you to court again? You and Bob Harris and all your friends? Yep, that's not done by a long shot. And Charles Foley, you might as well go ahead and retire, because I'm not going to stop going to the Judicial Misconduct Board, and I'm not going to stop going to the Supreme Court, and to who else? The Virginia Bar, until you are off the bench, because you're too much. You're a menace to the judicial system in the state of Virginia. So I'm going to use every legal means to get you off the bench. You can count on that. So that's my story here, and there'll be more videos most likely. Thanks. Bye.